Oh boy. I just thought I'd share something since I just did some number adding. Share something called My American Diet. Okay, so I looked at a few things. I got a few things to say. 2 liter soda. I managed to drink when this is average. I managed to drink almost a 2 liter soda every day. Yums. Um, and this is just a bore right now. I'm probably going to eat about half a bag of these Lay's potato chips today. So add those two things up. The 2 liter soda, I just looked at it. The whole 2 liter soda has 1,000 calories. So that's like 1,000 calories in pretty much every day that I'm getting. And the bag of chips right there has 1,600. So that's 2,600 right there. I also ate that chicken breast earlier. So whatever the fuck that is, with mashed potatoes and stuffing, which was yummy. I think I still got some stuffing left, so maybe I'll go after that later on instead of some potato chips. Maybe I'll find something else to eat with that. I don't know. Depends on how I'm feeling. So maybe I won't eat, because it is a zero-sum game. I'm not going to eat half of the bag if I go after the stuffing. But the calorie amount will probably be the same. So it'll be over 2,000 by a long shot. So I'll probably eat something like 3,000 or in between 3,000 and 4,000 calories today. But I am in between 205 and 210 pounds. I was for a long time 250. And I managed to lose 40 pounds basically just by adding in my need to walk to the store, which is it's a mile away. So I have to walk to the store to get food. And I've been having to do that for a year. And so I got to walk to the store and I got to carry my food back. So, even though I pretty much overeat every day and overeat stuff that is just admittedly not good for you, I lost weight over the course of the year. And I lost a significant amount of weight over the course of the year. Um, so the message is pretty simple. You really do only have to if you're eating pretty much like me, eating shitty stuff, as long as you're not eating like remarkably shitty. And remember, I said like 3,000 plus, 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day. If you're eating 8,000 calories a day with no exercise, this probably is not going to work for you. But yeah, just add like what I do, walking somewhere to do something. just force yourself to do something like that twice a week and just give it time. And, just have the patience to let it work itself out. And it will. It'll work itself out. You know, uh, I personally think it's healthier to allow your body to lose weight slowly, um, as opposed to over the course of a few weeks, even 3 months, something like that. You know, and I hate having to walk to the store. It bugs me every time, but yeah, I still do it because I have to, but also because it's good for me. And I finish all that meh food off with some cigs. So yeah, shouldn't be smoking. And I probably only walk to the store maybe 3 days a week. Probably averages out to 3 days a week. So it's not really a lot of exercise either. But it still made me lose 40 pounds over the course of been a little bit more than a year. And it really only took me like 6 months to lose almost the 40 pounds. So, and I'm still 40 pounds shy. So it's been off. I think I've kind of reached the plateau of what just that is going to do without more exercise or a change in diet, which I think I'm kind of comfortable with because changing diet requires me to like cook more, which I'm just not comfortable with. I cook every once in a while when I just want something different, like I want tacos, or I want something a little fancy for myself. I cook it, something that has kind of like stir fry or something like that, something that has vegetables and stuff, because I'm just sick of eating meat and meat with mashed potatoes. It's just something that I just want, something with a little more color in it. I make it, but it's just so like putting more time into cooking food than I get one meal out of it. It feels like such an inefficient enterprise. I mean, at least with making chili, it takes 30 minutes to make chili, and I at least get 2 meals out of it, two days of meals out of it. You know, if I had a big pot which I lost the big pot in the fire. Not because the pot burned, but just because I couldn't grab it and I didn't have a big enough vehicle to move all my garbage. But if I had a big ass pot, then I could make a big old thing of chili with a lot of good stuff in it. It'd probably take me an hour to make it, but I would have to freeze a good bunch of it. Which would probably require me to get even more Tupperware. But it'd be worth it. Because it would be good chili. Good chili is not difficult to make either. You don't know how to make good chili, I don't really know what to do with you. It's pretty much buy stuff, cut it up, and put it in there. I mean, really, it's kind of that simple. And it's healthy for you too. And also, walk some days and eat your nice, really healthy chili instead of ice cream and donuts. And you got a recipe for losing weight. There you go. Simple. What more do you need? Yeah. Good. Do like I did. Walk to your store. If you're really fat, then you're going to have to get innovative, as data says. Figure out something. That's why I kind of, personally, I set a personal limit at 300. I said, if I get to, if I ever went over 300, I said, no, I'm going to have to do something radical about this, because 300 was new. But I only ever got like to just barely over 250. I was like, it's like, that's getting a little fat. Now I'm where I am, so walking is kind of taking the edge off of that. I still look pretty fat, if I don't wear clothes that take the edge off, but the weight is down. And also, walking to and back from the store, carrying stuff on the way back also helps. And it also helps in Texas in the heat. Because, man, carrying just, I don't buy a lot of stuff. I buy a day or two's worth of stuff specifically so that I have to go back for two reasons. One, if I buy too much shit, it's really starts to get freaking heavy. But also so that I have to go back there. So it forces me to take another trip. But walking there and walking back in, you know, June, July, August gets kind of freaky hot in Texas. So, yeah, that I don't know if it burns extra weight, but it sure burns extra sweat. And every time I go in those hot months, I make sure to go with a little bottle of water because I definitely need extra hydration. Sometimes I forget, and I thankfully have a freaking water cooler, a little water fountain at the store because I get there and I'm like, oh boy, I need to drink something because take a drink and sit down and I'm like, yeah, I think my head's getting a little woozy. But, it does help. It does help control the weight. Doctors and everybody is right. Just just walking or just going for a walk a few times every week will do a lot to curb that weight gain. And the bigger you are, the more the effect will be. So, yeah, it'll suck more, but that's why it's better you if there's a purpose behind it. If it's not like I'm going to go walk for the purpose of going walking. Me personally, exercising for the sheer purpose of exercising is just lame, and I hate doing it. So if I'm exercising as a byproduct of going and getting my food, it sucks. But I'm not exercising. I'm just going to the store. It's just exercise is just it's just a side effect of going and doing something I need to do. So yeah, it's the same thing with like when I have to go and pay my rent. I have to walk there. So I get exercise by just going and paying my rent. Or anytime I have to do fucking anything because where I live is far away from town. So anytime I want to do anything pretty much, I gotta walk there and it means I get exercise. It's kind of like old timey days. When you wanted to go into town, unless you rode into town on your horse and buggy, you walked there. So people didn't have these junk food things that were high in sugars and fats and whatever, salts. And they walked a lot more places. So we have these sugars, fats, and salts, and we don't walk everywhere. So if you just add the walking everywhere back into your life, you'll see a kind of a remarkable change. And you'll still get to have the pleasure in your life of these wonderful foods. And for fat people, a lot of fat people, you don't get to have the other pleasure in life that some get to take for granted, which is, for guys, a nice hole to stick your dick in. I don't know about females, if having a dick in your life is that necessary or not. But, whatever. Maybe it is, but, I wouldn't know because I'm not a female. And they don't seem to be advertising, they're not looking around. So, there you are. Num num num. Good stuff. Plus the shopping around for females bit. It gets tiring, Shopping around for food is so much easier. You're just going and you're like, this is what I like. There we go. The other thing is like, I like that and everything, but you got to do such a dance. I'm tired of the dance. I really am. Potato chips. They're givers. They're so fluffy, crispity, crunchy, and they all require teeth. So they're good. This kind of trailed off into that weird place, but my talks always seem to have tangential in them, so it's okay. Anyways, live, laugh, love. Take care of yourself. Take a walk on the wild side. Tax rich people, kneecap them, and lots of boobs to lots of peoples. Cheers.